Hey everyone, welcome to the final interview in the 2022 Mingle series of interviews. As you can see, we've got two people on camera, Shelley and Brian from the Complete Combatant. Shelley, as you've seen before, is the one that started the whole thing off. She took Brian along for the ride. I want to go back to the start of this. Susan, my beautiful wife, was here for the very first one. It was a 4-hour meet and greet at a restaurant in the Atlanta area here. It has grown. There's now 60 women from around the world, really, that have attended this year. It has gone from a single event in a restaurant to now there are world-class trainers that are part of the weekend of training. When did the training come into the Mingle?
Oh, that's a good question. It just kept on growing. We had presenters, for when we did our Mingle in the beginning. We'd have someone come in, and it would be Lee Weems or Claude Werner, and they would present. And then we went, wait a minute, we've got a beautiful range up in Dahlonega. Let's go ahead and bring some live fire into it. So that would have been 3 years ago. Yep. So we did 3 without live fire, and now we're 6, so 3 with live fire. 2 days, so yeah. Sure.
Next question then, and this would have been about the same time. We are just now coming out of the era of COVID. COVID obviously kind of threw the Mingle for a loop. 2020, it was right around St. Patrick's Day. The whole nation got thrown for a loop. Mm-hmm. What happened to the Mingle?
Oh, that's a good question. We had to move it. Yeah. We kept it. That's a good question. Sad story is my father passed away on the same weekend of the Mingle, and which is also my birthday. So yes, sad story. But the COVID made us not be able to do the Mingle in May of 2020. So we just let it ride, and then things started clearing up just enough that some people locally wanted to do it with masks. Mm-hmm. So we moved it. We didn't cancel it. We postponed it to October. Mm-hmm. So October of 2022, we did have that Mingle, and you remember more than me. Do you remember, was it full or?
Yeah, we had a good turnout.
That's what I thought.
People were really looking forward to doing something, and they did want to mingle at that point. You know? And since we were outside, UV rays, good distancing, everybody could get together and work. So I think it was a really good event for that time period, and we're very fortunate to get that off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And it did end up selling out, which is wonderful. Yep. That so that's good. But you're right. Now that I think about it, people were like, "Do it! It's outside. Let us get out of the house.
Yeah."
Just do it. Yeah.
So, Shelley, I want you to, if you would, and Brian, get out your crystal balls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I want to know what the Mingle will look like in a year, in 5 years, that kind of a thing.
Well, it's funny. We just talked about this. Do you want to answer that one?
No, you go first.
Okay.
And then I'll add something.
And then you'll add to it. We just talked about this, guys, because now we are on this outstanding range in this outstanding location in North Georgia, because we outgrew the Mingle at our place in Dahlonega. So we are at Pickens County's Sportsman's Club. So we can, if we wanted to, make this bigger. Mm-hmm. We just had a conversation 2-3 nights ago. We're not going to. We are going to keep it the Mingle, meaning everyone learns everyone's names. We're going to keep it 2 days. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to be able to add a couple spots because we realized that the ranges can handle 2 or 3 more, but it's going to be what you see. It's going to be round robins where everybody gets to train with everyone. We're going to have sponsors. We're going to have door prizes. So honestly, what I believe is going to change is that we're going to continue bringing all these outstanding trainers in and cycle. Cycle through them and bring them back. We may grow by 10, but there's so many outstanding conferences out there, right? That they get to train with outstanding people. Well, for us, we're going to keep it small, and I don't think we're going to grow. So I think it's just going to continue to be an invite only for ladies in the firearms industry or that culture. And I don't think it's going to be growing any more than roughly that 60 to 70 that we have. That's my thought. So we don't want to grow. We want to stay intimate.
And I think training-wise, what we're going to see is it's very rare to find a national level women's coach. And then what we're encouraging is growth in the industry and offering training of value and the time for them to experience other people like themselves so that they learn to be better instructors. And they also get to model themselves with other people that are very similar. So, like you had Natalie on here.
Yes.
Know? And what a great opportunity that is. We got a young lady who's personable, who's doing the work, her parents are in the industry, and she's got all the shortcuts, but she's still really involved. She's working, she's teaching, and that's what I want to see, is because shooting has no gender.
Yeah, no.
It's for people that want to protect themselves. That's why we do it.
The firearm does not care if you're a male or a female.
It doesn't. But the self-selection is often difficult because even for national level trainers, there's 30, 40 guys in America that are doing it full time.
Right.
And I think what we're creating here is a culture of performance-based methodology and a commitment to a social interaction that results in professional results for everybody else getting out there and doing a better job as instructors. And I think it's really good for instructors to get together, share ideas, and meet each other so that they know they're not alone.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I got one more question I need to ask, and you brought it up. This is invite only.
Yes.
You have to be invited to get here.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching, and YouTube, I've said it a million times, YouTube is forever. Somebody's watching this 3, 4, 5 years down the road. They're thinking, wow, this series of videos is cool. I want to be invited. How does somebody get invited to be a part of the Mingle?
You can email us. You go to thecompletecombatant.com. You're going to see a tab that says annual events. And when that drops down, you'll see the Mingle and you'll see the quest. This is about the Mingle. When you click on that, you'll read all about what we offer for the weekend, right? The opportunities. And then you scroll down and it says, invite me. And then you would fill out that information, but it specifically asks, tell me what you do in the self-protection and firearms community. And then when they send that in to me, if I have any questions, and it could be I'm an instructor, or I sell tactical clothes, or whatever, guys, or I'm a Second Amendment supporter that does something like Miss Susan, who trains and comes to these wonderful events for continuing education. That's the people we want, is the people that will spread the word and the influencers. And then I send them an email that says, come on, baby, you're welcome. And what we do is I compile that, and I keep all these invites for every year, the last 6 years. And if you have been invited before, you're grandfathered in. You'll get the invite, of course, again. And if you're new, throughout the year, it's open. And then I add them, and I say, you'd be a great fit for us. But once again, we're going to close it off at probably, well, this year we closed it at 60. And I think we can handle just a few more on the ranges. So when the 70 are gone, it's gone. It's gone. And registration opens on January 5th of each year. But once again, throughout the year, you can email us, and we'll see if you're a good fit for what we do here.
And if I could, I want to go one more time back. And this, I promise you, this is not make Shelley cry point.
Oh gosh, here we go.
But you're also doing good outside the firearms community when you support the Mingle.
Yeah.
You're supporting Rachel's Rest. You're doing good not only in the firearms community. You're doing good for yourself, but you're doing good for others too.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think that's what I have to cover. Anything else we should be adding about the Mingle?
You got my little lip quivering. So. No, just get out there, guys. Everybody is in a different place in their self-protection journey, and don't. What's the word I want to think about? Be positive Enjoy the process. Don't shake your head. Get out there. Enjoy what you're doing. Get good training. Talk to yourself and tell yourself how wonderful you are. I mean, it's all that stuff that people forget to do. And I don't know, just ending an event like this, and people are pulling out and all the hugs, and they're just saying this is such a positive reinforcement. Talk to yourself. Be kind to yourself. That's what I want to leave mine with. Be kind to yourself. What about you, my love?
In your training journey, you need to have clear goals. You need to have passion for what you do. You need to be insanely curious about your progress. And then you need to get immediate feedback as quickly as you can. And that's how you avoid burnout. That's how you avoid not feeling efficient or self-sufficient in this. And those are the things that we want to do at the Mingle. We want everybody to have a chance to learn to be their best.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, and I didn't cry this time.
Me either.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave it with that. And ladies, if you're around the firearms community, you do not need to be a trainer. You do not need to be a professional shooter. If you're around the firearms community, I'm telling you what, as a guy, as an outsider, you want to be part of this. Every lady I've talked to that's been around this has been glad that they're here. If you're thinking, should I be involved in this? I'm going to say you probably should. That's going to do it for us from the Mingle 2022. We'll see you next year, if they let me come back.
Thank you so much for coming.